All right, let's dive right in. We've got a really powerful story for you today. It's all about memory, love, and this incredible bond between a mother and her son. It's really a journey, a journey through grief and how we remember people, and it all revolves around a single song, the one song that kind of held their entire world together. Wow. I mean, right from the get-go, this quote just tells you everything you need to know about this woman, doesn't it? Life did not treat his mother gently, but she still got up every single day hoping for the best. That says so much about her character, right? That quiet strength, that hope, even when things were, well, just brain tough. It perfectly sets the stage for the kind of love she was about to pour into her son's life.
So this is really the question at the heart of the whole story, and it's something I want you to just kind of keep in the back of your mind as we go through this. How can a single song, just a simple melody, a few words, become a lifeline? How does it transform into something so powerful it can literally carry a person through their absolute darkest moments?
Okay, so let's start at the beginning. We're calling this first part a December tradition. It's all about a childhood that was, built from almost nothing. We're going to go back to where it all started, to this little world a mother built out of pure love for her son, Noah. And you can picture this, can't you? This one little detail just drops us right into the memory. He's 3 years old, his little legs are swinging back and forth like pendulums. Maybe he's sitting on the kitchen counter, snow's falling outside. And this right here is where it all begins. Their most important tradition. Yeah, their life was not easy. Not by a long shot. His mom worked a tough job at a supermarket, and they didn't have much. But that didn't matter, did it? She managed to create this world for him that was just full of love and laughter. And right at the center of that world, the one thing that was always constant was their song. Every single December, it was more than just a tradition. It was their anchor. And this is where things change. The story takes a turn. That quiet, comfortable little world they'd built, it's about to be shaken by something they absolutely never saw coming. He was 12. Just 12. That number just hits you, doesn't it? He's barely a teenager, and all of a sudden, the very foundation of his entire world just starts to crack. And this slide, man, it just lays out the shift in their reality so clearly. On one side, you have the before. All that warmth, making Christmas from nothing, her gentle humor, their song. And then the after, a fainting spell, the smell of hospitals, the fear. And these words that just don't belong in their world, It's just a devastating contrast. So, right in the middle of all this fear, all this uncertainty, she asks him this one question. Remember our deal? It's so quiet and gentle, but it carries so much weight. You have to wonder, what deal? What kind of promise is she asking a little boy to keep? Okay, so this brings us to the emotional heart of the story. We're in a hospital room now, and it's time to fulfill that promise. So this was the deal. This was the promise. It was never just about singing a Christmas carol, was it? It was a promise that he would be the one to sing her into her final rest. I mean, what an incredible burden, but also what an incredible act of love for a son to give his mother. Just 2 words. It's time. It's a week before Christmas. She looks at her son, and she just knows. The fighting is over. All that's left is this one final request. This one last chance to share their song. And he does it. In that cold, sterile hospital room, the kind that smells like bleach and just fear, he opens his mouth and he starts to sing. His voice just fills that silence. And for a moment, he brings their most precious memory right there into her final moments. And as he gets to that last line of the verse, sleep in heavenly peace, something changes. You can feel it. Her breathing slows down, her eyes soften. She's not just hearing the song, she's listening. She's truly hearing him. And then she exhaled. And she didn't inhale again. Just like that. To the sound of her son's voice singing their song, she was gone. The same lullaby that started their tradition when he was just 3 years old, it became the lullaby that guided her home. But what happens next? I mean, what happens to the song? And what happens to the boy who is now left all alone with it? Grief isn't usually some big, single event. It's a process, right? It comes in waves. And for Noah, that whole process was tangled up with this song. But he didn't abandon their ritual. No way. He held on to it. It became his way of keeping her close, of keeping that connection alive. And you can kind of see how that ritual grew and changed with him over time. The first year, it was this quiet thing he did alone. Then, as a teenager, it was like a lantern, something that gave him strength. By the time he got to college, the song was still there, but it was, I don't know, it was like it was waiting for a chance to be something more than just a sad memory. And then this happens, a totally unexpected moment. He's in his college choir, they're performing at a retirement home, and the director points right at him, asks him to lead the next song. And what song is it? Of course, it's Silent Night. After all those years of singing it all by himself, he's being asked to share it with everyone. So here we are at the final part of the story. This is where the song makes its final transformation. It's no longer just about loss. It becomes something else, a symbol of a love that truly lasts. And in that moment, as he's singing and sharing that song with a room full of strangers, something just clicks inside him. It's not like the grief just vanishes, but it changes. By sharing this incredibly private thing, a piece of him finally starts to heal. And the song, it's not just for her anymore. It's for him too. So later that night, he goes home. He turns off all the lights, sits beside his bed, and he does their ritual one more time. But it's different this time. He's not just a sad kid mourning his mom anymore. He's a young man who's figured out how to carry her love with him. And he whispers the words into the dark. "Sleep in heavenly peace, Mom." But for the very first time, the silence that comes after, it doesn't feel empty. It feels like she was answering him. He finally found his peace too. And that really leaves us with this final question, doesn't it? Noah's entire story is built around one song, one simple ritual. It just goes to show you how the smallest traditions can become the bedrock of who we are. So it makes you think, what are the songs, the stories, the little moments that you carry with you? And how have they shaped the person you've become?